If you're a man over 40, there's a good chance your haircut is quietly making you look older than you actually are. And most of the time, it's not because of age wrinkles or gray hair. It's because your haircut hasn't evolved with you. If you're heading into meetings, handling real responsibilities, and you still want to look put together without extra time in front of the mirror, this video is for you. Today I'm breaking down 8 hairstyles men over 40 should avoid, plus simple low-maintenance fixes that actually work. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to tell your barber, what products make sense for thinning hair, and the small changes that make an immediate difference. I work with men in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, and mistake number 6 comes up in almost every consultation because it's the easiest fix on this list. So let's start with the most common mistake I see and why fixing it changes everything. The number one issue is trying to control thinning hair by slicking it down tight. Counterintuitively, that makes everything worse. After 40, the goal isn't control. It's creating the illusion of fuller hair through movement. Mistake 1. Slicking hair flat against your scalp. Heavy pomade slicked back and pressed flat against your scalp. When hair starts thinning after 40, pressing it flat creates harsh contrast with your scalp. Every thin spot shows up under office lighting. Receding hairline, more obvious. Crown area, can't miss it. Forehead looks higher. This worked at 25 with thick hair. After 40, it works against you. Hair texture and density change. You need a different approach. Better move. Soft volume. Blow dry up and back first to create lift at the roots. Then use matte products, clay, or paste work. Run it through with your fingers. Natural texture, not helmet hair. Result. You still look groomed and intentional, but your hair has movement, looks fuller, and reads as modern instead of dated. Or go side swept with volume. Push hair to one side with lift at the front instead of straight back. Key point, thinning hair needs strategic volume, not flattening. If you can see scalp through the style, you need more lift and less shine, period. Real talk, which mistake are you making right now? Comment the number and I'll reply with the most practical fix for your hair type. Mistake number 2 is the classic safe option and it backfires fast. Mistake number 2, using a combover to hide thinning. The combover draws more attention to hair loss, not less. Everyone sees it and you feel it every time you check the mirror. Hair loss progresses, so you keep adjusting and pulling hair from wider areas until you're stretching it across your head. Office lights show it when exposes it, and mentally you're always thinking about it. That's not confidence. That's management. Confidence comes from working with what you've got, not concealing it. The shift happens when you stop managing hair loss and start designing a haircut. The goal isn't to hide hair loss. It's to make the haircut look intentional. An intentional cut always looks more confident. Here's what works better. Textured crop. Short with texture throughout. Thin areas look like intentional styling. Contemporary. Works in professional environments. Crew cut or buzz cut if hair loss is significant. Clean masculine, almost zero maintenance. People notice a man who owns his look, not his hairline. Textured short to medium with layers. Movement and volume distributed evenly instead of pulled to one side. Principle here is simple. Distribute your hair evenly, don't hide thin spots. The sharpest guys at this stage aren't covering anything up. They're making intentional choices. Now, mistake number 3 works great on younger guys, but it backfires after 40. Here's the pattern. Styles built for your 20s often don't translate well after 40. High fades are the most common example I see. Mistake 3. High fade undercuts with shine. High fade undercuts are everywhere right now. There's a specific reason they don't work the same after 40. High fades cut very short above the temples. That's typically where thinning starts first, so they pull focus exactly where hair is weakest. Plus, the dramatic contrast between very short sides and longer top looks harsh on mature faces. Skin texture has evolved. Facial structure has changed. That high contrast emphasizes it. Add shiny pomade on top and light bounces off your scalp under thin hair. High fades amplify weak areas. Low tapers soften them. Result. Looks like you're chasing your 20s instead of dressing for who you are now. People can sense that right away. Age-appropriate, alternative low taper or classic taper. Fade starts much lower at or below the ear. Transition is gradual and natural. more hair on the sides, which actually flatters at this stage. Pair with textured top using matte products, clay, or paste. Works in boardrooms, works on weekends, works everywhere. What this communicates is that you're put together, confident, and comfortable with yourself. After 40, low fades read as refined, high fades read as trying. Simple adjustment, significant difference. Mistake number 4, spiky hair with heavy gel. Spiky hair with crunchy gel looks dated fast. For most men past 40, this sends the wrong message and reads as aggressive, dated, and effortful. Exception. If you're in creative industries where this aligns with your brand, maybe. For most professional contexts, better options. Try instead. Textured crop with natural PC definition. Soft, not crunchy. Low maintenance. Classic crew cut with texture. Clean, masculine. Finger comb in under a minute. Subtle height in the center if you want some volume. Barely noticeable. Nothing dramatic. Principle. Structure over statement. Your hair should support your presence, not compete with it. If this is helping hit like so more men over 40 can find it. The next 4 mistakes are the ones I see constantly, especially number 5, because it ruins otherwise sharp outfits. You're busy. You don't have 30 minutes for hair every morning, but busy isn't the same as unkempt. This section is about practical grooming that fits real responsibilities and limited time. After 40, maintenance matters more than the style itself. Mistake 5. Letting long hair look unkempt. Long hair can work. Masculine, artistic, distinguished when it's maintained properly. Unkempt. Long hair makes you look exhausted and older. Hair texture changes with age. Gets drier, frizzier, harder to control. What worked at 35 doesn't work the same at 45. Here's the reality. Neglected hair undermines everything else. Tailored suit, good shoes, proper fit, doesn't matter if your hair looks like you rolled out of bed. If you're keeping length, here's how to make it look intentional. Go medium length with layers to remove bulk and weight. Keep the sides tapered and keep the top at collar length at most, not past the shoulders. Routine. Use conditioner regularly because mature hair runs dryer trim every 4 to 6 weeks, and use a light styling cream to control frizz. Time investment is about 3 minutes of quick blow drying to set the shape. But if you can't maintain that, don't keep it long. Choose something that works with your actual lifestyle. If your haircut requires more maintenance than your schedule allows, it's the wrong haircut. Mistake 6. Keeping the nape too long. A modern mullet or an overgrown nape. Unless you're a musician or this genuinely fits your aesthetic, it's difficult to pull off after 40. Even modern versions take real styling skill, and most guys can't maintain them consistently. Safer approach. Keep your neckline clean and tapered. Always. Back and sides neat. Length on top if you want, but the nape shouldn't go past where your collar sits. Principle. Balance from every angle. When in doubt, shorten the neck. When you're unsure, go shorter at the neck because a clean neckline never looks wrong, and it's the foundation of a polished appearance. 2 more mistakes to cover, and these are the details most men miss. Number 8 takes 30 seconds and makes a noticeable difference every single day. Final category. Small details that either elevate or undermine your entire look. It comes down to color and your part line. These are small choices, but they change the entire impression. Mistake 7. Using jet black hair dye. Covering gray with hair dye. Let's be direct about this. There's a right way and a wrong way. Wrong way. Jet black uniform from root to tip looks artificial because it is. Your face shows natural aging, some lines, texture changes, maybe spots. But your hair looks exactly like a college kid's. People don't notice gray. They notice inconsistency. Plus, very dark hair can wash out your face, emphasizing lines instead of minimizing them. Requires touch-ups every 3 weeks. Better approaches. Dark brown or ash brown. Closer to natural tones. Softer look that works with your skin. Gray blending means you don't cover completely. You reduce by 50 to 70% and leave some silver mixed in. Natural and distinguished. This is what you see on well-groomed professionals. Lowlights. Color select sections only. Creates depth. Far more natural. Or embrace gray completely. Well-groomed gray hair with good skincare and confident styling signals experience and authority. Principle. After 40, natural looks better than artificial. Mistake 8. Wearing a center part that exposes thinning. Center parts are trending with younger guys right now. Some men over 40 are experimenting. Sometimes it works, but for most men over 40, it's not the most flattering option. The issue. Exposes hairline and forehead completely. Any recession or thinning at the front, which most men over 40 have center part, highlights it. Also elongates longer faces. Center parts can work if you have thick hair, an oval or square face, and a very intentional overall aesthetic. For most men, a better option exists. Part lines should correct imbalance, not expose it. Side part 60-40 or 70-30. Classic, timeless, universally flattering. Creates natural volume frames, face better works with virtually any hair type. To find your natural part, start with wet hair, push it straight back. Then let it fall forward naturally. Where it separates on its own, that's your natural part. Work with that. Keep hair shorter on one side with texture throughout. Face shape matters. Long face skips center parts, they elongate more. Round face side part creates angles. Uneven hairline side part conceals better. Side part balances facial proportions. Subtle but effective. Eight mistakes covered. Most hairstyle problems after 40 come down to 4 simple rules. These 4 handle 80% of hairstyle issues after 40. 1. Create volume, don't flatten. Essential for thinning hair. 2. Low fade over high fade. More sophisticated, more age appropriate. 3. Stay well groomed. Non-negotiable at this stage. 4. Keep it natural. Color and styling that looks natural reads better. These rules cover thinning hair, professional appearance, and easy maintenance, and almost every fix comes back to these 4 foundations. This separates men who look sharp from those struggling with their appearance after 40. None of this matters if you can't communicate it to your barber. So let's talk about how to do that properly. The most practical part is actually getting the haircut you want. Many men tell their barber, make it look good, and hope for the best. That's not a strategy, that's gambling. This is where most men lose the result, even with a good barber. Use this 3-sentence rule to get a better haircut. First, low taper starting at the ear, not a high fade. Immediately tells your barber you want age-appropriate classic cut. Second, textured on top, easy to style daily and no shine. Explains you want modern texture with practical styling. Third, clean neckline for professional settings. Ensures polished result. You don't need complex terminology. These 3 phrases get you 90% there. Bring reference photos of styles on men your age and show your barber. Visual references eliminate miscommunication. If your barber suggests something different, ask, does this work for someone in their 40s, and how much daily maintenance does it require? Professional barbers respect clients who communicate clearly, gets you consistent results. Here's what this really comes down to. We covered 8 common hairstyle mistakes, the 4 simple rules that fix most of them, and the exact 3 sentences you can use to get a better haircut from your barber. The men who look sharp in their 40s and 50s aren't chasing trends or trying to look like they did at 25. They've figured out what works for them now, and they make intentional choices that fit their lifestyle. So here's my question for you. Which number from 1 to 8 are you dealing with right now, and which fix are you going to implement first? Comment the number below, and I'll reply with the most practical recommendation for your situation. If this video helped you, subscribe. Every week, I share practical style and grooming advice for men over 40 that actually works in real life. A good haircut won't change your life, but it will change how you show up. And remember this, after 40, your haircut shouldn't fight who you are. It should work for you. Thanks for watching.